Okay, guys, good morning, all of you. And today is my pleasure that I am introducing my mentor, my role model, and my inspiration for his journey and good renowned name in Oracle industry, great speaker, and good human being, and the best person I have met in this world. That is none other than Mr. Aman Sharma. Actually, I called him as a Paji. Paji is a Punjabi word. It means brother. So he is brother for me, and he is my mentor. And I met him in 2009 through my ACE. When he got the first ACE award in India, then I get to know about the ACE. Then I connect with him, and from that I'm in touch with my brother, my mentor, my role model, Aman Sharma. So please welcome to Aman Sharma. Yes,
Hi,
Paji.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And today, actually, we plan to go live on my YouTube channel, Ahmad Academy. So today we are planning to launch Ahmad Academy, but due to some technical issues, we are not able to do that. So that's why we do this Zoom meeting. So let's start discussion with Aman Sharma sir. Should I call sir?
Come on, that's not really required, actually.
Yeah. So tell me about yourself, about your education and everything like that.
I, my name is Aman. I have been born in North India, Punjab, and in terms of education, I've done my master's in computer science, and then I have been working with Oracle for quite some time now.
Okay. So when you started your journey with Oracle?
Oh, that's a long time back, actually. And that's quite funny. I actually didn't really have any plans to do something regarding Oracle, but
Mhm.
we attended a course. It was a basic course, which was about Oracle SQL. And that kind of fascinated me a lot about what is this technology all about. And then my instructor introduced me to uh, the term of DBA. And he said that's actually something which you should actually opt for. So that's how I started in about 1999, I think.
I think version 7.3 you started, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I started with 9.9. So you are two version ahead.
I'm too old actually for that. I think.
No, no. You are too young, too handsome. You change your personality a lot.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what inspired you to become Oracle consultant and Oracle instructor?
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. So I actually started as a DBA, and
Hmm,
I was working in Chandigarh as a
hmm,
DBA. I had my senior, or you can say mentor, who was actually
hmm,
there. She was from Chennai. She's from Chennai. I'm still in contact with her.
hmm,
So
hmm,
what I didn't really like, actually, that I wanted to do more about, or wanted to learn more about the product. I was not really interested to kind of do some activities on a day in day out basis. I was more interested to
hmm,
understand how the product basically worked, and we were doing
hmm,
internal trainings in that
hmm,
particular you can
hmm,
say team. But um, then I got the opportunity to teach and do the opportunity to attend deliver a class, actually. And that experience was something which I really liked, and that's what I thought I'll possibly do, because um, I think the best way to learn something is to teach, and I think
hmm,
that's what I still follow and still believe, that if you really want to learn something and you really want to understand something, the best way is to explain it to others and see if you can actually make it possible. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's the reason for me to get into trainings and get into being an instructor.
So you started as a DB and then converted into as a
Yeah, yeah,
corporate trainer, right?
yeah,
Mentor.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So which one is better?
I think both are better. It depends actually what you really like. Some people are, I would not say afraid, but they are shy of talking in public domain.
Mhm.
They are,
Mhm.
kind of self-conscious about, what they are going to say, how they're going to appear, and especially
Mhm.
from the questioning which is going to come. So they are pretty, I would not say shy or afraid. I would say they are very conscious about it. Somehow that
Mhm.
fear was never with me in terms of, public speaking or in terms of, uh, talking to others or, sharing my ideas. I don't really think that I'm an instructor. I think
Mhm.
I'm just another professional talking to another professional, and we're just discussing things. And if we can actually,
Mhm.
make someone understand something, then, what's the problem? So, in terms of pros and cons, I think the DBAs, they definitely explore a lot of other, aspects in the training which we don't actually get to see because, they handle a very wide variety of scenarios day in and day out, and they handle a lot of things which are actually going to be something which are quite a, wide aspect of technology which they explore.
Mhm.
And on the flip side, they do have very long days and very long nights, which are again, something which can be a good or bad thing depending upon how you look at it. For us, that thing is not there. We don't really actually have long, nights. Actually, we don't like we do our training and we basically are free. So um, that's a bonus. Of course, I don't really get to get a call at 3 o'clock in the night to fix something. So for me, that's
Mhm.
definitely a good thing. And
Mhm.
on the other good side of being an instructor, you always are updated. You're always learning new stuff because you have to, talk about the new stuff. So that learning curve is always there. Yeah. So I
Okay.
think both are good.
Uh,
Both are good and both are bad. I mean, depending upon how you
okay.
look at it.
So if you are not in Oracle, so what other profession uh, would be?
I don't know actually. I have no idea that if I would not have been doing Oracle, what else I would have been doing. I have no idea. Probably would have been a cook, maybe. I don't know.
So your first love is Oracle.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, first technology, definitely yes. That's what I started with the technology with. So definitely yes. I mean, that Oracle actually introduced me
Excuse me.
to the technology quite a lot.
Okay. So how you prepare yourself for training or for any other technical things?
I think it's never actually that I prepare something for a specific session. I am always learning something, and I'm always, preparing on the particular technology topic which I am currently doing. So it's not that I specifically do the preparation for something. But yeah, there is always going to be a particular module which is there, and for that module, there is always going to be some topics which are available. So I try to explore it, try to see, and I think the biggest learning for me comes actually from the questions which I get in the session. I think
Mhm.
you, me, and pretty much, I think we have Mohit sir here. So we have actually a lot of people who have been a lot into the discussion forums of Oracle. And I think,
Mhm.
we have spent a lot of time. At least I remember I spent around a decade, 10 years actually on the Oracle forums. And I think the best, part is, or the best, way of learning is that you understand from the questions which actually come, from the people, and
Mhm.
that's how you basically grow in terms of the technological aspects.
Okay. I know you are the best, but what is the one quality which makes you different from others?
I'm certainly not the best actually. I would not say that I am the best in any ways
No,
or form.
in my view, you are the
No,
best.
you're very kind for that. You're very kind for that, but If I really have to say, I would say that I actually don't really give up. If I don't really understand something, I'll be after it, and I'll try to understand it, and I will try to explore every option which I can find about that particular topic or about that particular, problem. So that's something which I would actually do. Yeah, that's
Okay.
maybe something which you can say is a good quality, maybe. I don't know.
And
I
when
ask a
you
lot of
started,
questions. So.
yeah, okay, when you started your knowledge sharing journey, I mean your
Mhm.
blog, your OTN contribution, when you have decided.
I think I started pretty early. I think I started somewhere around 2004 or something like that, I think probably. Yeah, so I think I was actually more active on the OTN forums, and because there were a lot of people actually who were, very, very smart, still are a lot of people who are extremely smart. Jonathan Lewis, and Mark Bobak, and many, many people more. Our own Vikas Sharma, and all that. So I think the best hookup for me over there was that there are so many good people actually here, and they are answering the questions which even sometimes I actually had in my mind. And if I can contribute and I can give something back to the community, that's going to be awesome. And that's what my you can say pull factor was on that forum. So I started in somewhere around 2004, 2005, and I spent way too much time actually over there. Way too much time. I think probably I remember if I was actually in a session, I was not doing anything. I was not doing anything at all. I was just on the forums and trying to give the answer or participate in the threads which were already answered, those kind of things.
Mhm.
So that's what I was doing pretty much all the time.
I don't know you remember because when you got first ace from India 2009, I messaged you that
Yes, I remember.
I want to meet you, and
Yes,
you said that okay, when I will
you.
come your city, I will meet.
Yes, yes. You were
And
very
that
kind.
day
You were very
comes
kind.
Fintech Mahindra.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
just a second. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes. You are. You are. You are audible, at least to me.
Okay, actually, I'm not able to listen you then. Then tech for rack training. Then we met first time. I
Yes.
hope you remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
I do.
from that day, I started searching the blogs and all. And then I go to your blog, Arista DBA, then Kamran blog, then
Yes.
Nasim Basha, and Jonathan Liu asked Tom. Then I started my journey towards ACE. Then it completed in 2020.
Yeah. And now you
So
are a big star actually. Like
no,
people don't know us at all actually. I think the
no,
the new
no,
people, they actually know you. They don't know us at all. I don't think anyone knows me at least now. But your groups
no.
and
I'm
your
lucky you
WhatsApp
had
groups
given
and
me a chance to take an interview for my
no,
Ahmad
no, no. The
Academy
honor is all
YouTube
mine. The
channel.
honor is all mine.
Uh,
Thank you for sharing the idea, and thank you for actually having me over here. I don't think that I've ever done this kind of thing before, but yeah, thank you.
and in one person also in this meeting, legend Mohit Sharma from Noida.
Oh yes, how we can actually he's nodding his head, but yeah, we know who he is, and he knows who he is. So I don't think we
So
need to
I
say
hope
anything more.
everyone knows Mohit Paji. He is well known person.
I think his audio is somewhat.
Yeah, Aman. Hi, Aman.
Hi, Paji. How are you?
How are you? How are you? So, Aman, till Ahmad connects back, I'll have a question for you. So, we have
Yes.
seen Aman not in action for past 2.5 years. So, want to know where you were, what you were doing, and are you going to be active on social media now?
The word came to stand still, and I think I also came to stand still. But not really that I was not in action, but if you mean about the conferences, then it all depends on the papers being selected. I did present in a couple of other presentations or a couple of other um, conferences virtually, but I think the some papers were not selected, so that's why probably you didn't find me over here. But again, I keep on sending and keep on getting rejected, I think.
I'm not sure that why your papers are getting rejected. That should not
Well, the
be.
paper is a paper, there are
That's
always
true.
good
That's true.
papers and there are always mediocre papers. We
I,
think that our paper is
I
a
think
good
there are
paper.
good times and bad times, so
Yeah,
that could be the thing. But yeah,
definitely,
so
definitely.
I'll make sure that we are in touch and you be active on social media, because I've not seen you in any of the conferences. At least even if your papers are not getting selected, you were there giving your presence and
Yes, there were a couple of things happening, and there were a couple of things going on because of the pandemic. There are a lot of other things which were actually there. So that did actually cause lot of issue. So yeah, that is something which I think kind of uh, sort of like created the, you can say, gap. You can actually say that kind of created the gap.
so now it's all sorted. So you are now back in action, right? For sure.
Yeah, yes,
Great,
I am.
great.
I am.
So, Aman, one more question. Aman, I'm just taking advantage of you not being online. So,
Yeah,
what
actually,
next?
power disconnected. So this.
Okay, okay. So, what next?
Oh my God, you are Oracle, right?
Yeah,
Kishan?
yeah, I'm Oracle, right? So,
Thank you,
what
thank
next?
you.
Are you looking beyond Oracle, or is it?
I don't think that I'm looking beyond Oracle. There is still a lot actually which is there in Oracle to do. The technology is changing a lot. The cloud is changing so much, and Oracle Cloud, I think, is probably doing very well. They have so many things actually to learn, though. We have been working in the Oracle Cloud for such a long time. So I think for me, at least, not yet.
So, Ahmad, all yours now.
I think he probably disconnected or something.
Already again. So, so
So
anybody
how?
else having any questions for Aman? If you want to shoot something at him, because I've been knowing Aman for almost 15 years now, Aman. More than that, right?
At least
Approximately.
15.
At
At
least
least 15.
15.
Definitely more than that, but at least
More than
15
at
for
least
sure.
15 years. So I can vouch that he is the most humble person, and I'll give you a very genuine thing. When I first met him, I think it was in some Sangam or some AOIG or conference in Bangalore for sure. What happened? I found him. He's not talking to anybody and just sitting around. I thought, what an arrogant person he is. So be very frank. I'm not that.
That's
I said
that's
he's
how
not.
I am usually.
No,
That's how I
no. I
am
thought
usually.
he's not even talking to anybody. He's such an arrogant person, and not. Then I approached him. Then we became good friends. And I said, no, he's not that. He takes time. He's just like a coconut, hard from outside, but once you get inside him, he's very, very soft. He's such a patient guy. You ask him n number of questions, he keeps on answering till you are satisfied. So that's the I'll say that the plus with Aman. That's why he's growing. That's why he has got such a fan following.
No, not really. I don't think that I have fan following. I don't think that I'm at that level actually. But yeah, I do take time, and I think Sangam is something which is such a big event, and um, at least I am very insignificant in such event. Actually, there are so many people to look after and look upon, and I think the speakers and the crowd, I think the energy level are mind-boggling. And for me, if someone is not talking to me, I don't really go and talk to someone just like that. So yeah, that's one of the flaws in my nature, I think, which I should really work upon. But yeah, that's one thing which was there. But I do remember that you came up to me, and then after that, I think we had done so
Yeah, we
many
had
so
done
many
so much.
conferences and things and all that together.
Yes. So that's why I said, no, you are a coconut, hard from outside and soft and sweet from inside.
Okay. What is my opinion on PostgreSQL, MySQL? Well, all new companies moving either PostgreSQL, MySQL for RDBMS, and Oracle DB also claims they provide all features which are provided with Oracle. Okay, so we got a question from Gangadhar, I think.
We will take at the end Apaji questions
Okay,
answer.
okay,
So
okay.
what is your view? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm back actually due to some network glitch as I'm not able to connect. So what actually your hobbies?
Doing Oracle pretty much, listening to music, and doing the reading. I do read a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So according to means if suppose any new DBA wants to make a career in the database industry, so what is your suggestions, which books, which document he should follow like that?
I think the best source of information is the documentation, and in the documentation, the concepts guide. I would say the concepts guide is the new concepts guide, which actually was written by Tom Kite. I think it's about 400 pages, and I think that's the best source of information for anyone to start. Actually, if you're just getting started, you have no idea what is database, you have no idea, how does it work, what does it do. I think concepts guide is going to be probably the best source of information for you to have. And about the book, I would say Expert One-on-One or Expert Oracle Database Architecture by Tom Kite. Again, are very, very good books. I would recommend actually to anyone who even have experience in Oracle database. I would definitely say that, you're going to learn at least one thing new. Like when I picked up that book for the very first time, the very first thing which I came to know that, we actually, at least I actually had that idea in my mind that you can actually have a block size of 2 KB, 4 KB, and all that. And Tom actually did write that, no, it's not the thing. You can actually make 3 KB, you can actually make 5 KB, but that's not going to be correct because that's not going to be optimal for your particular IO. So though it's something which is very trivial, but it is something which I think I really immediately picked up, and I think that's probably anyone is going to be doing it. If you are a novice, you're just getting started, I think for you it will be a lot of learning basically from those two books. Okay, I think yeah,
Yeah, is again. So I'll just add to it. Books are always good, but I think the best way for any DBA new starter is joining conferences. At least talk to the DBAs who have already gained so much, right? Because
yes,
books maybe you may get many technical things from books, but how to implement it, it's totally different, right?
totally agreed. And I think
Totally different. And
the other thing is yeah.
yeah, when you talk to the DBA who already worked, they will give you an insight how it actually works. Question them, then you will get a proper information of both the worlds. Because in
Right,
books you have got all theoretical, everything is there. You will get a
right.
base. Then how you build your structure on that? It's through conferences, talking to people, talking to on various forums, and then only you will get to know how yeah how
Right.
you're going.
And I think uh, to put it in a different way or different form, try not to think that if I'm going to ask something, it's going to be a stupid question, right? Someone very, very senior actually told me a couple of years ago that there are no stupid questions, there are only stupid answers, right? So I think that's a very, very important thing, which I never forgot that I mean, it all depends actually who is coming and who is asking the question to you. If he's a novice guy or a girl, they might actually have a question which for you is very trivial, but for them it is not. I mean, for a person who is just getting started, dot aura env is probably the hardest thing to do. Like they don't know what to do in that dot aura env itself, and for you maybe it is some aura 600 which you are confused over. It's just different levels of people and different levels of issues which we want to really actually look upon or check upon. But the point is that don't shirk away from asking, don't shirk away from uh, you know telling people that you don't know, because if you tell people you don't know, I think people are more than happy to, let you know, to help you. But if you don't, obviously you don't really get to know any answers. And even if you read the book, answer, question the author, go back to the author, ask him or her, and check with him or her that, I didn't understand this, so what do you mean by that? I have done it so many times actually. I've gone back to the authors and actually asked them that I didn't understand this point. There was a performance training book which I got from an author, very, very reputed one, extremely smart guy. And I asked him that, I didn't understand this point. I mean, you wrote this particular line, and I don't think I actually ever understood this, or I never knew this. And then he explained it to me, and that was like, boom, okay, never knew this. But yeah, that's also there. So yeah, what you said exactly. Do ask. Uh, I would just remove the word DBA from there. If you see anyone knowing something, just go and ask. It doesn't need to be a DBA, or it doesn't need to be anyone in particular.
So I'll reframe that. If you ask a question, you may look stupid once, but if you don't ask the question, you will be stupid for longer time, because
Yeah.
again and again you are going to repeat the same mistakes, and you will end up being a stupid guy. Then
And there
be
are
a
so
stupid
many,
pause and then ask a question.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there are so many things actually which people, what I see normally happen with me a lot, that people have read something somewhere, and then they actually come back and they say, I read it from that website or that blog or something. I'm not going to say that any website or blog is wrong, but I'm going to say that we don't know that person who wrote that particular thing at that particular time, what or which scenarios he or she was testing actually. So we don't know that particular thing, and we also don't know that whether his testing was limited to that particular scenario only, or he did explore some other things. For example, flushing of shared pool, very commonly given advice, when we have 4031. But, when people come and ask me, normally what I tell them is that, or what I ask them actually is that, do you know how much actually, what, sub pools shared pool actually has? If your answer is actually just three, then you are actually wrong, because it's not. And then if this answer is wrong, probably a blanket advice of flushing shared pool, just because you got 4031, is actually a wrong advice, because there may be something else which is going on, right? So, like, for example, my go-to example for that is, if you are fat, I mean, let's suppose you are having not proper body shape or something, and you think that, okay, now I'm going to cut the diet altogether, go back to soup and salad. You're going to become thin, but when you're going to start eating all that wrong food again, you're going to become fat. So it's not that you're going to be actually really doing something good by just cutting your this thing called junk food for once. So yeah, you need to ask, and many times I think we are amazed actually when we ask questions.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Okay, Raj is back again.
I'm not sure. Ahmad, you're there?
He got stuck actually on. He got stuck actually in a pose which makes him appear like he's confused what is going on.
Can ask the questions. So, ACE journey. Tell me about your ACE journey.
ACE journey. Well, probably among one of, or you can say some of the biggest highlights, which at least I had in terms of my Oracle career. Definitely something which I'm still in an awe actually, and I'm definitely going to say that this is probably the best program, community program, which anyone actually, or any other company actually has done. And I got the news actually. I was nominated by my friend Francisco, and I got the news in the morning. I woke up and there was a mail that you have been accepted into the ACE program, and do you accept it? Of course, I accepted. That's what I thought in my mind. That of course I accepted, and the first thing which I did, I immediately sent the reply back. I was so afraid that they might be, they might not actually, they might actually reject me if I'm not going to say something. But I was still in a shock, because you are in a group of, I think at that time it was just 200 people something. I don't remember exactly, so don't quote me on that. But I was still in a shock on this thing that I am standing in a group which is, or I'm being a part of that club, which is having names like Jonathan Lewis and Carrie Millsap and Mark and all these kind of people, and I was like, whoa, I don't even stand actually in the last queue of that particular room. Also, how did I actually end up here? But yeah, probably the bestest thing actually ever happened to me, and we got the jacket to prove that. I forgot actually to put that logo which Himanshu is having
So
on his backside. So that was something which I forgot. Getting old, I think.
no, you are the first one from India actually who got the ACE award. So that's why you inspired me and many other people. And now many are in the ACE program. And when I saw my name in that list where you are there, so that was proud moment for me that my mentor, I am with my mentor, Aman Sharma. So
No,
that is good honor for me. So
no, I think that's
many
very
many
kind of
young
you to
DBA
say.
wants.
No, you're technically saying that
No,
we are
no,
old now,
I'm
right?
just telling by heart. Every ace from India have these feelings that Aman Sharma is the one. You are
No, no,
like
no,
Salman Khan
definitely
of
not.
the Oracle industry.
No, 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 definitely
Evergreen.
not. Don't quote me on that. Salman Khan is having so many issues going on. Don't make me Salman Khan. But no, definitely not that. I think I would say this to you and to everyone that many people think that I am something special. No, I'm not actually. And I would say this thing, and I did say this thing actually when me and Kamran wrote our first book, that I think, for at least for me, the factor luck really, worked a lot. And the reason for that basically is that I think there are so many people who are really, really smart, but for one thing or the other, they either don't get the chance to do something, or they're just not comfortable to do such kind of activity. Like, I'm sure, we have how many, 25 people here. I'm sure every one of them, if they can't write a whole book, they can definitely write at least one chapter in a book. But many times, due to many other things, they don't get to do that. Someone is going to probably not give them a chance to do it, someone is not going to offer them to do it. And I think that factor plays a lot, and at least it did play a lot for me. Kamaran was very kind actually to um, invite me actually to be, the co-author. Then Don was very kind actually to approve that project. Francisco was very kind actually to offer me the same thing again, and then Pact was very kind actually to, you know, pick up that particular offer and the project, and approve that project, and many things. So I don't think that I'm someone who should be actually looked upon. I think there are so many great people actually, which are there, but they don't actually come out and you know share whatever they know. And I think that's what is really required actually to happen, that people should actually come out and do it. And I think ACE program is the best way to do that, to get the people out, and to give them a stand, to give them a podium or a platform to explore their knowledge and then share that knowledge with the others. I think that's the best thing about ACE program is, and I'm very fortunate to be a
And
part of it.
oh, I'm also fortunate with you. I'm there in your list. So
Thank you. And
actually these
Himanshu
days
too, I
every
think. Let's
DBA is
not.
asking, yeah. Actually, that Oracle DBA will lose the job because automation is going on. So what is your opinion in that?
I don't think anyone has lost their driving job because Tesla has come, if that analogy make any
Okay.
sense.
And what is about Oracle Cloud and other clouds? Because cloud industry is booming and every DBA is moving to cloud. So what is your view in that?
See, cloud is something which is, I would not say the future. Cloud is now here, and cloud is actually going to be there, definitely. And to say that I'm not going to be doing cloud is going to be a wrong notion. Definitely, you should actually do or learn cloud, and I would say that if you want to get started, Oracle Cloud is probably going to be the best place to start. It is free for lifetime. I would say it's probably the most complete cloud that you have applications, infrastructure, platform, everything actually in it. So many resources are there. If you look at the videos of Rohit, they are extremely well created. I think pretty much all of us have watched those videos, and we have actually studied from them to what you say, understand about Oracle Cloud. So I think it is something which is everyone can or should actually start from. And cloud is going to be here for sure. It's not going anywhere.
Okay. So, yeah. So many questions are coming in the chat box. So I am uh, giving the chance to participant. Please ask if you have any questions with Aman sir.
Hey,
Hi.
hi, Aman sir.
Hi.
This is Rahul. Yeah, hi, sir. So, see, my question is especially is it's a career perspective. Actually, see, like we started as a DB in 2015, and there we have a lot of, future scope for learning purpose and start, growing our career. Like once we started the DBA, then we have a learn performance training, then go in the performance training side and learn. But there is not get the chance to enhance, explore those things. So then leave and then go to the learn Exadata. We did Exadata a few years, and then again go to the EBS side and learn e-business suite, work on the apps DBA. Now and then after that work on middleware, some web logic, so admin activities I've done. But now we can say it's now we stuck, means now it's not looking for, like if we say in a cloud, so it's not a clear mindset of what we learn in the cloud as a DBA and what roles and responsibility is going to assign. Somewhere we work like where cloud is there, but there is some limited responsibility as same which we did in the on premises. Means we got the session and we work the same activities. So, as a career perspective, what is the means a new thing where we learn and we grow after all this we have done?
See, I would answer it this way, that cloud is actually not the traditional ball game that we have. I think pretty much all of us over here, we started as database people. In cloud, your database knowledge is kind of like a drop in a big ocean. Yeah, you know database, it's a good thing, but it's cloud is not just about database. So cloud is basically about many other things. If I would really say, if you're a network person, I think probably you are really the most fit in terms of cloud, because cloud is pretty much going to revolve around network. And that is something which is uh, many DBAs at least don't know, right? So, I don't know how many DBAs on the top of their mind actually can answer what is the full form of CIDR. Forget about how does the CIDR calculations actually happen. So, the very first thing I would say is you stop comparing what you already know and you get open to what you don't know. So in the cloud, network knowledge, security aspects, they are going to be something which is very required. And if you're looking for, the career option in terms of cloud, I think the cloud, in terms of cloud, the end goal is to be an architect, which is knowing about everything and then can propose a principle or propose a design solution to the client or to the customer, which requires the knowledge of everything actually. So if you are an architect, you are supposed to be actually knowing about database, you're supposed to be knowing about network, supposed to be knowing about many other things, and then put them up into a solution and propose it to your client who wants to go onto the cloud, or who wants to port onto the cloud. So this is what the end goal should be. Now, definitely, I think, like you said, Rahul, you know already a couple of things. You know Exadata, you know database, you know eBase. I would suggest that you start learning some programming language like Python. I think probably you can start learning some programming language. Start learning uh, some infrastructure code language, for example, Terraform or Ansible, because they are the ones which are going to be really, really useful for you in terms of cloud. And you will actually see that you're going to be working in the cloud many times. You're going to be having this dilemma, or you can say topper, that because you don't know those kind of automations, you're going to be having trouble, and you're not able to actually do a lot of stuff basically in the cloud ecosystem. That's what I would suggest. Previous knowledge will not go wasted. I will not say it is going to get wasted, but yeah, definitely it is going to be something which you need to effectively use and blend in the cloud, topology, or you can say technology. I mean, if we are going to be normal DBS, I don't think we really ever care about what is load balancer, how does it work, why it is even needed. I mean, we do have our load balancers in terms of rack, but we don't talk about web servers or internet gateways or such kind of things. I don't think we ever even bother. But those kind of things are very much needed actually in terms of cloud. So using your knowledge of high availability, blending it with the load balancer given by the cloud, and then suggesting a database to handle that. I think then you prepare a solution and you give it to your client. That's what my take will be.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. I hope that makes some sense, but yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And Riaz is back. Yes, he's.
I don't know why today everything has network issues. Yeah, Himanshu, you can ask your questions. You posted in chat box.
Yeah, hello, Aman sir. Himanshu here.
Hi.
Right. So I think half of the answers you have already given. So I just wanted to check, like over the years, like once we have experience, like 13, 14 years now, what should be our like goal or target that we should be focusing on over as a career progressions, right?
I think I'm really not actually sure that I can answer that question, because for different people, careers means different things actually. Because some people, after doing so-called dirty work, which is like dealing with the day-to-day stuff technology, they don't want to do technology anymore. They want to get into the other vertical, which is management. If you are a cut for that, good. If you're not a cut for that, the only option for you is to be into technical part. So I think that's something which you really have to see. If you're still being technical, if you still like to be technical, then I think, like I just said, cloud is probably going to be the next thing which you should actually explore.
Yeah, that I'm exploring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Not
Krishna,
a very
you
satisfactory
can-
answer. Yeah.
Krishna, you can ask.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Aman sir. Good morning, Riya sir. So my
Hi, Krishna.
question
Good
is,
morning. Yeah.
yes, sir. Sir, could you please share, let us know some from where we can learn Oracle Enterprise Manager and for Golden Gate.
Easier thing about Golden Gate, Gavin Surma. I think he's like our own Indian guy.
Veera.
I forgot his name. Veera. Yes, Veeratan. Yes.
Yeah.
So these two people, Golden Gate, you just go to them.
So Gavin, I think Gavin has made most of his presentations paid. Yeah. So,
but it's $50 actually for the lifetime. I mean, it's not such a big price to pay. I mean, we don't.
That's what I say. But it's worth.
It's worth, definitely.
It's worth. But yeah, Veera is already always there.
And Veera is the product manager. If I remember now, he's a product manager
for
Golden Gate.
Golden Gate, yes.
Yeah. So
okay, sir. Thank you.
Veera is awesome, actually. Yeah. You can start from Veera's website, and you can actually, again, don't think that me, Mohit, Rayaz, or anyone, we are going to get anything from Gavin. I hope he does give us some payment from his $50, but it's worth the price. It's worth the price. It's lifetime. So
okay,
much
sir.
of information. Yeah.
Okay, so what
Gavin
about
Surma.
Oracle Enterprise Manager?
Enterprise Manager, there is a lady whose website is DBA Cavalier. You go to her website. She used to write a lot. Now she doesn't. But there are not too many people actually. There is another friend of mine in Singapore who is not actually writing anymore. He also wrote, couple of things. a couple of books actually about enterprise manager.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure.
You can ask. And for Oracle apps DBA, if you want to learn, you can go with Himanshu Singh. So that is my view. Yeah, this is, and also he is telling as so very good means blogs and everything about apps DB and as well.
Fun with Oracle apps. Fun with Oracle apps. That's what
Thank you.
is. See,
Thank
I'm
you so
not
much,
that
sir.
old actually. I'm not that inactive, Mohit. I do know
Yeah,
stuff.
Gangadhar
Yeah, but
is
you are
asking
forgetting
what is your
names,
view
Pawan.
about Postgres and MySQL.
Getting old actually. Getting
Yes.
old. I'm
No,
pretty
I
old
understand.
actually.
I understand.
No, just kidding.
I'm with you. Don't worry about that.
Yes. I know. And if I can actually say that you're older than me, so I'm still young compared to
Yes,
you.
for sure,
Yes.
for sure.
No, just kidding. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm having tea actually, so that's my first cup of tea.
Yeah, guys, please ask the questions because time.
How the DBA role would be changing? Himanshu mentioned a question. How the DBA role would be changing with the technologies, automations, and cloud? What should be the approach to progress ahead? I think, Himanshu, I did mention the same thing, that there won't be a traditional DBA role actually. There won't be a traditional DBA person, I would say, or an apps person, I would say, longer in the duration going to be, because autonomous is there. Autonomous is, on the same verge of getting the people out actually, and let the AI, take over. So I think we need to explore, like I explored Docker, I explored Kubernetes, I got into DevOps, I am doing Python. I'm not really doing it, I'm learning Python, which I don't think I ever thought I would actually do, because I don't think I'm really smart enough to be a developer. Developers are very, very smart, and I think I'm not even 1% of that. So, but I'm doing it. And then Terraform, then, Ansible. So these things, I think I never thought actually that I will learn anything which is going to be, uh, ever coming to me. But I think I'm doing it, and I think for everyone this should be a natural progression towards. If I really think someone should do, they should get into network. They should really get into network. That's what I am thinking to do for myself, to get really serious about network. I think if you are doing anything in cloud, you have to be very strong in network. That's what I would suggest everyone to be into. But I would want to listen to your take. What do you say?
Network and storage both.
Of course. Himanshu? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, one thing, Aman sir, like nowadays, like open source technologies are also booming a lot. So, what would you say on that? Like, a lot of companies, like due to cost and different factors, and due to multiple clouds coming, right? So they are even focusing on open source technologies to reduce based on their cost and other things.
Okay. I have this take on this, and you may not like the analogy, but there are so many, and again, don't beat me for this, everyone, that if you're going to be using a phone of that company, so there are so many cheaper Android companies, and don't think that I'm not an Android user. I do have an Android phone. I have been an Android user for a very long time. You buy an Android phone, or you buy a cheap phone, let's say not the Android phone, but a cheap phone. You buy a cheap phone, and you think that I'm, saving the price, or I'm saving the cost, I'm saving the money, whatever. But that phone doesn't work for more than a year or so. It will develop some problems. I mean, if you're very careful, it may work for like 2 years or 3 years, but it eventually becomes slow. I hope that's the case, right? At least it happened with me. And then you buy it again, and then you buy it again. There is a quote which is there: penny wise and pound foolish. You can actually buy something very cheap, try to make it work the way you want it, and then if it doesn't work, you spend more time and more effort and even more money to actually make it work, and then eventually you find some midway to sort of like make it somehow do something for you. I understand that for different reasons, different companies, they have, reservations in terms of going something like Oracle because they would find Oracle being costly. They would find that some unknown database is going to be cheaper. They might offer them a free solution. They might offer them, free license, whatever. But I think it is not worth it at the or in the grand scheme of things. I remember a quote from Tom Kite that yeah, you can use Linux and you can actually have a free version of Linux. And it's something which he wrote, I think 2001 or something. I don't remember exactly. But the point was, if you're going to use free Linux and you're running a business out of it, do you really want to go and ask on a forum when your business is down to help some to ask for help from someone on a forum, some random stranger? You wouldn't want that, right? And if that works for you for some way or in some way or in some form, good for you. But I think if you're serious about stuff, if you're serious about your business, your technology, you should go for something mainstream, right? And if we talk about people going for cheaper solutions, yes, they are, definitely they are. But I think you must be also agreeing, Himanshu, that many people, after using those cheaper solutions, are coming back to the mainframe or the mainstream solutions because they do actually see that yeah, we have seen this, but it really didn't work out for us. At least not in all the scenarios.
Correct. Yeah, I do agree on that.
So I think it's something which is inevitable because there are so many options now for the people, and of course with the options people get to pick up the option which is a cheaper one, which is which is I always say this thing that people who sign the check for technology and people who use the technology, they're two different people actually. So if I am the CFO, I probably will pick something which is actually going to be cheaper for my company, going to save dollars for my company. But if I'm a technical person, I probably may not like it because I know this is going to be harder to work compared to what I have been actually given. But we really can't do anything about it because that's how the life goes. But I think having this notion, which is right now in the people's mind or many people's mind, that something cheaper is better and something costlier is not good actually, I think that's the wrong thing. And I still stand by to that yes, maybe Oracle products are costly, I don't know, but compared to that, if you look at it in terms of stability, performance, in terms of anything, they are still at par with or still at the top actually compared to anyone else. So it is something which is really really required for people to understand that you don't want to end up paying a lot and then make something crawl. You should actually use something which is bound to work. But again, there are always uh, you know different asterisk conditions apply, so we don't know. There cannot be any absolute answer for that. Now we are in a startup world. Startups don't like to do that, and it's a fair thing. Of course it's a fair thing. So but you don't want to run an airline or a bank on a open source system. You never know actually that who is going to look into that, who is going to look into a code. So I think different use cases and different solutions for that.
Okay, thank you.
I hope I gave some sensible answer. I don't know actually.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Gangadhar asked, what is your view opinion towards Postgres and MySQL?
Yes.
All companies are moving Postgres, MySQL, and also claim that they are providing the features whatever Oracle is providing. What is your view?
Yeah, that's what my question. I believe, but you hear me, Ahmad?
Yes.
Okay.
Aman.
Yeah, Aman, sir. Good afternoon. So I work for companies where, example, Intuit. Okay, they are the financial. Okay, they are financial product, and also work for Verifone. So they also deal with the financial things. Okay, they moved entire things from their on-prem to cloud AWS. There they had everything on Oracle. They moved to either Postgres or MySQL, like that, right? There are big enterprise companies like Adobe, McAfee, there are a lot of companies, old enterprise companies and also new companies. They are leaning towards MySQL Postgres than Oracle, right? So, and also the Oracle, MySQL or Postgres, right? We can run a database with say 100 terabyte or larger databases when you can run mixed workload, right? In that cases, what will happen to Oracle databases, and why old enterprise companies and new enterprise companies are getting into MySQL Postgres than Oracle?
I think I already mentioned this thing, that there are different use cases, different companies, and the people who are purchasing the technology or making the purchasing decisions for the company, they might think in a different direction compared to you, who is actually a technical person. So you might know that X database is not same as Y database, because that's why there are two databases, right? Even though MySQL is a database, Oracle is a database, MySQL has autocommit on by default, Oracle doesn't, right? MySQL has storage engines, which Oracle doesn't. Now, you can argue that storage engines are good because they allow you to actually give a platform or a way to manage different files altogether. But if you look at it the other way, now you really have one more thing to actually manage, which you don't actually manage in Oracle, isn't it? I mean, you don't really bother about in Oracle that if you are going to be creating a file for a longer time, which storage engine should be actually managing it. You just get a file and let Oracle handle it. But in MySQL, you do actually think about that. I mean, you are supposed to think about it, right? Then if you're using a particular storage engine, it might not go for clustering. It might not be available for clustering. It depends actually how you look at it. Like if your company says use MySQL, you have to deal with whatever MySQL does. If I compare it, I would actually say that Oracle is actually doing better. Now, again, don't think that I'm saying Oracle. I'm just comparing with Oracle because I think the question is surrounding towards Oracle, that if people are not using Oracle but using something else. So I'm just saying this, that different technologies and different products, they are actually different. They are not really the same. So if you're going to be having an X product, let's say Postgre, and a Y product, for example, Oracle, yes, they are databases, they are RDBMS, they are supporting asset rules and principles and whatnot. They are definitely not going to be exactly same. For example, in Postgre, the cluster's meaning is very different from what Oracle actually has as a cluster. Postgre says bunch of databases is a cluster. Oracle says bunch of nodes is a cluster. Now, what do you think actually is important for you is actually going to be the decision-making factor, isn't it? So if you want high availability, having all your databases in one particular system and thinking that you got high availability or something like that, I think it's not really fair. So I think it all comes down to what do you have and how do you make it work. For example, if your car doesn't have a stereo, you're going to plug in your headphones or earphones and you're going to switch on the music from your mobile, and you sort of like work around that particular thing. But if a car has a stereo, you're definitely going to use it. You're not pull your phone out. So I think that's how we have to think about it. It's not that this is better or that is bad or vice versa. I don't think that's fair to have. The decision making factors, unless we are not at that position, I think it's not fair for us to even comment about it, because what is good for my company in terms of expenditure probably is not what I like. But if that's what the decision my company has taken, maybe they have taken in terms of thinking about many other things, not actually the technical things. Does that make any sense?
Why I put this question is, so where they were using Oracle, right? They were using standalone also RAC. Okay, when they moved to Postgres or MySQL, right? They did not look for any extra feature or features are not at all there in Oracle. Like people, when they look for database, they look for main asset compliance, whatever, a DR solution, whatever. They don't. Some companies may look at partitioning or some extra security feature, this and that. Okay, when people create a database or go for any database, right, they try to use minimal features, whatever it comes with, either with Oracle, MySQL, or Postgres, right? So when companies moved, whatever the companies I named, they moved from Oracle to MySQL or Postgres, right? There was no hindrance to move because there was no feature which it's not supported in MySQL or Postgres. with that point in consideration, people moved to a cloud. Okay, and also new companies, right? Adobe is not the new company. They were using a lot on Oracle tech stack. They also started moving to Postgres, MySQL. But future, they were not using hi-fi features or modern features of what Oracle engine comes up with. Okay, then they moved into MySQL Postgres. Now they says that yes, the CTOs or the top manager who took the decision, right? They says that okay, we had a database running on Oracle. It used to be like 25 terabyte or 50 terabyte. We can have same size, even more size databases in Postgres with cluster or different capability which comes with the MySQL and Postgres. They claim that our licensing cost reduce, our whatever support cost reduce, and they came up with something else. It doesn't come to the lower people who actually works on implementation. So why people at the top management, they choose MySQL or Postgres than Oracle? Yeah, at high level you mentioned those are true, but all new companies, they're leaning towards MySQL Postgres than Oracle. When they say it is our database, for them by default they lean towards MySQL Postgres. They don't look at Oracle.
I'm not in top management actually, so I have no idea.
Okay.
But
okay.
See, if they use MySQL, we should be happy. If they're using MySQL, at least they are still coming back to Oracle, so we should be happy about it. But on a serious note, again, like I said, that the saving of the money is something which is more of a prominent factor compared to the technology. And I would want everyone else, like people like Mohit, Himanshu, to comment about it too. But I think it's not about technology. It's not about that you are actually thinking about technological factor more. You're actually thinking more about saving money more, and that. And again, I'll give back the example of the real world, that people buy cheaper things. They think that they are saving money, and then eventually they go back, and then probably they are going to buy it again. I'm not saying that you should buy costly things. I'm not a rich person at all, so don't think that I'm suggesting you to buy something extravagant or something like that. But I'm just giving an example that sometimes you are required to look at the return of investment in a grand period of time, not immediately. You should not think that you are going to be using something which is going to bring down the cost for you now, and it maybe actually is going to be good enough for you for throughout. I mean, that's what my take is. My take is actually going to be on that. I would say that maybe Himanshu, Mohit, they can also comment on this. Probably we can have a different opinion or different viewpoint on that.
Yeah, Aman, I think you summed it perfectly. But I give one example which I want to quote. I give an example of a pressure cooker, right? You can buy a cheap pressure cooker also and an expensive one. Both look alike, both works fine, right? To a certain extent. When the pressure increases, you know what is going to happen with the cheaper one. It's going to explode. And when it explodes, nobody's there to help you out.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Yeah, what you are saying is correct, that it's the management decision that how the budgets are placed, and changing the version or the database is the easiest cherry to pick, right?
Correct.
So and that gives immediate relief on the pricing
expenditure
factor.
side. Yeah, pricing
expenditure
factor, yes.
capex cost. So and even the OPEX cost is also less on the other things, other databases. But yeah, when the pressure comes, when everything goes for a toss, then they will realize. Then they realize that okay, fine, we have done some mistake, and there is no going back.
Yeah, because you are in that particular vertical where both the sides. You have been on the other side, and now you're on the the side
Management,
which actually
like,
is into correct. So I think your take is probably going to be more better than, or more correct than any one of us. Himanshu, if you want to.
Yeah, of course. Like if I say, like recently, like me and my manager are, of course, discussing these things with the CIO and other things. So it also comes at the mindset of the top management. So earlier it was like that, okay, they are not very much into upgrading the technology, and they want that, okay, if the systems are stable, then why we should move out of that. But now when we have new investors, new CIOs, so their mindset are different. They want to have the latest technologies. They want to have their business run on the latest technologies so that they can get best out of it. So it also depends on their mindset, like who is sitting on top management and what is their thought process and from where they are coming. If like they have worked on technology, so they will think on technology side. Like someone senior like Aman sir or someone Mohit sir is on that management level, so they will think on technology side of it, that investing in these technologies will help them in future runs. They will help them in longer runs. So that also comes as a major role factor when we are deciding on these technologies. Of course, for cost cutting, as I showed, right, we were doing open source and other things also. But now we have decided, okay, with so much technology, we cannot just keep leveraging that features of open source only, and we cannot go to that level of technology that we want to. So those things also play vital role in these.
Correct. Gangadhar, I think you got some answer.
Yeah, Bakshi is asking what is the path of OCM and what is the best way to learn Oracle RAC?
Best way to learn Oracle RAC? Best way to learn Oracle RAC is to go after Mohit sir and Himanshu and, ask them questions. And but on a serious note, if you want to learn Oracle RAC, I think Oracle RAC is something which is quite a complex technology. Sandesh and Marcus and Anil, they have been written so many books actually on Oracle RAC, and you should actually check out Marcus Michelvis, Anil Nair, and Sandesh Rao, and also the material from our friend Saeed Jafar Hussain. He also has written a lot on the Oracle RAC. He's very famous for that, and also I think Ahmad, you have also done a couple of webinars on the same thing. That can be one thing to also look upon. The first question, OCM, what is the path of OCM? I don't understand the question. If you want to know what is the path to do the OCM, it is basically the exam that you have to go and write. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's a 2-day exam. I haven't checked it out now recently, but it's a 2-day exam which you have to go. There are a couple of scenarios which you have to do, and that's basically it. Whether you want to do or OCM or not, that's something which totally depends upon you. I wouldn't say that you should do. I wouldn't say that you shouldn't do. It's basically a certification. Like any certification, it is for your personal satisfaction. I mean, being an OCM is just like being an OCP. Of course, harder, very, very harder. But yeah, it's a certification. If you really want to go for it, go for it.
I think you can get in touch with Kamran.
Yeah, Kamran has written a very good book. Yes, I have that. Yeah, thanks. Yes.
Yeah, I want to add in this that OCM required some trainings first, and OCP certification required, and that should be enrolled from Oracle University, and also, as Aman sir said, 2 days exam, and it has 10 sections, and every sections I think you have to pass, and it should be finished within time limit.
Yeah.
And 11G Kamran book is very well written. 12C OCM book, I think it's coming. That is first book, I think, which gives the idea of that. And what certification matters in DBA career? My question.
So I'll give you my example. I gave the certification last year after almost 20 years of experience.
And Alex,
that too, it was free because it was
Alex Jabela is giving every day actually. He's writing an exam every day. I mean, he has this much big, pile of certificates.
You can talk about Sakant also. Sakant is writing every second day.
I think he's slowed down now, but I think he's also writing. So, which certification matters? The one which you have studied for. Let me say this. Now you just need to understand the read between the lines thing. If you have really studied for something, it is going to matter. If you just clear the certification, it doesn't matter. So if you have used some cheat sheets or something, you have not studied for it, you have just passed an exam, it is just a paper which you have, which says that you are certified on whatever XYZ technology. But if you have studied for it, and like I never really bothered that I'm going to score 90s or whatever something. For me, it is if it's 57% passing, I'm very happy in getting 57% passing, because I know that the color of the certificate for me and for you 100% is going to be same. So I don't really care. So I'm going to study, a lot, and I think that's what you should do. You should do too. But let me quote this with the last statement, that certifications are very, very important. I really put them on a very high value, because for me at least, they give a kind of a disciplined way of learning. They give you a disciplined way of learning. You may not know those things or work with those things in your day-to-day business, but when you're studying, when you're preparing for an exam, you really have to push the envelope a lot, because you are now studying quite a lot of things which are actually probably not useful now, but they will be useful maybe down the line somewhere. So I think it's a very good way of studying. But again, you should prepare for it well. Like, just don't aim for a certification.
Okay. What is the scope of Oracle sharding in future? Sudhakar is asking.
I don't know actually, because the technology is changing so much. Sharding is something which has been around from 12c in Oracle database, but I don't know. Future-wise,
Okay.
it's a feature. So it's basically a feature which is there, and if you are going to be having that kind of workload which actually can use sharding, which is able to get the best out of the database performance through sharding, it is going to be good. I think it's basically going to depend on shop to shop.
Okay. Manish is asking, can we learn Oracle Exadata through books, as I don't have Exadata in my company? So I mean, can we do practically task into home in Exadata?
Can we do practical task at home in Exadata? If you actually get Exadata at your home, please give us some access to that. We will be very happy to do some practicals too, because I don't know. No, I don't think you can learn Exadata, basically by yourself. You need some exposure to the machine, either virtually or in terms of real machine. But from the books, yes, Expert Oracle Exadata second edition, I think that's probably the best book to read. It will give you a very fair idea about what Exadata is. And Juan Lozia, he has the SVP of Oracle's systems. He has so many videos on Oracle's learning channel to understand about the product. And but for the practical part, there is no alternative. You really have to have some way to explore it. I don't think there is any place, at least I know, where you can actually use Exadata
Sir,
for free.
on cloud, XRC, on cloud,
Yeah,
at
but
least we can explore.
but
Like
if you have the license, or if you have the access to that, I don't think on cloud also for every cloud tenancy the Exadata is actually enabled. At least that's what I think.
yeah, not for
Maybe
all,
other
but at
people.
least for
Yeah.
some practice, people can try out there.
Yeah, can
if
definitely
they get
can,
that
but
access. Yeah.
it's really costly. I think even on the cloud it's going to be costly. I don't know exactly, but it is very costly even on the cloud also. Not that
Correct.
costly as on-prem, but yeah, I mean, if someone can have that and you can actually use it, fair enough, but I think it is going to be costly.
Okay. Bharat is asking, which is best for DBA's learn automation or database securities or new features like wallet, database, vault?
Well, if it is database, you should know everything about it, whatever it is. Vault security, they are a part of database security modules. Definitely should be knowing. There are people who are specialized into just Vault. They are doing Vault a lot. So I think it's something which, if you're looking for a cursory knowledge, you can definitely learn about it. But if you're looking in terms of a career point of view, if you're looking for something like, you want to get into security only, get into performance only, then it's a different thing altogether. So knowing definitely is good. You should definitely know about it.
Raj is asking, how is the Oracle Cloud is going to be competing with other clouds? How
I
can we
think very,
possibly?
very well. I think very, very well. They are doing extremely well.
Okay. Yeah, guys, any other questions, please? Because this is 1 hour past and we took too much time of Aman sir.
So one last question, Aman sir. So Oracle Cloud is aggressively becoming a cloud company, like to compete with AWS, GCP, because
I think
autonomous database and everything coming out. So I think. They are more
Yeah, but
aggressively into cloud
yes,
nowadays.
definitely they are, and I think we should be very happy that they are, because I know a couple of years ago people used to ask us that they are not doing anything in the cloud, and I think now they're doing extremely well. So definitely, I think they are doing it, and I'm very happy that they are giving solutions which no one else actually has. Autonomous, I think no one actually has something like autonomous with them. Really, really great. So yeah, I'm very happy. At least I'm sure many of us are very happy because they are coming very strong in the cloud. Like I said, they are. I think in my knowledge, they are the complete cloud company. They have applications, they have databases, infrastructures, middle tiers, whatever one actually can think of, they have everything. So what else you want? I mean, if you're going to have an HR solution required, they have the HR solution on the cloud and the database to support it, infrastructure to support it. So I think that's really, really great for us, and definitely for them.
Yes, it's a very good thing to learn Oracle Cloud.
Yes, absolutely. Nowadays, you should definitely have the knowledge on the cloud.
And if you are working in Oracle database, then that is the good fit for Oracle Cloud.
Yes.
Because this is the product of Oracle, so Oracle database run smoothly on Oracle Cloud and gives better advantage.
Correct.
Yeah, guys. Any other questions you have? Then we can conclude this session. Okay, no question. So what your suggestions to become an ace?
I think someone wrote, I don't remember, someone wrote a very good piece of blog for this. Don't aim to be an Oracle ace. Ace is an award to your contributions. Ace is not something which you aspire for. I certainly didn't aspire to become an Oracle ace. I just absolutely loved answering questions, no matter it was a smallest question like where this particular thing is, or something which was, for example, like whether the redo is stored in the undo or not, those kind of more technical questions. I just loved answering the questions, loved preparing presentations, going in front of the audience and, giving my presentations and get the feedback from them. I just loved that particular part, and I still absolutely love it. And that contributed to me being nominated and then becoming an ace. So if you really are, someone who thinks that you love to share what you know with the community, you're not afraid that you are going to be, writing something which is very simple, which many people actually come and tell me that, Aman, how can I write something? Everything is already written. There are so many blogs, there are so many websites. Everyone is already writing about Oracle. What I'm going to contribute? Of course, you are going to contribute in your own way, because how you are going to present something is not going to match with me, it's not going to match with somebody else, but you are still contributing and you're still helping. If I am looking for something like create database and someone has written a create database, and your this thing called presentation actually comes to me, I think that is going to be the beneficial factor for me. So I think if you really want to, you should just help the community, be participating in the community, more active in the community, and eventually Oracle ace or whatever the accolades that you are going to be required for will come to you. I think that's what my take is. I think Himanshu and other people who are here, who are actually on the ACE program, they would say the same thing, right? I think Himanshu and Riyaz, you are the only people who are in the ACE program, right? I think here.
Yes, by chance.
Yeah. So you can say that, whether I'm right or wrong. I think that's what I think pretty much common for all of us, not us, but pretty much everyone who is in the ACE program. Nobody actually aspired to be an Oracle ace or really worked actually to be an Oracle ace. It just happened, and we are, at least I'm very fortunate that and blessed actually that it happened. I mean, it's not a certification that you study for or you basically prepare for.
This is actually a reward for your knowledge.
It is actually a reward. Yes. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen also, I think it's going to happen eventually. If you're really dedicated, it's going to happen eventually. But another point is, if it does happen and you are going to become an Oracle ace, don't stop your contributions, because it is not something that you wanted, now you got it, now you stop. No, you have to go and keep on doing the stuff. So that's
because every work is point not working, you will be degrade from,
Well,
suppose
it
you're
doesn't matter
director
actually.
to
Again, that I would say this, yes, that comes to this point. If you were really working to be an Oracle ace, now you have become an Oracle ace, now you will slow down because you already have become an Oracle ace, for example. I would say that if you really like to share, if you really like to write, present, whatever it is, you will keep on eventually doing it. Even if, let's suppose, you're going to become, downgraded and you're going to be, for example, now ace director to ace, or ace director ace to ace, associate, or whatever it is, or even out of you're going to become an alumni. How does it even matter? If you are willing to write and help the community and you still love it, you'll keep on doing it and eventually be back in the program. The point is whether you like to help people or not, or whether you like to do this kind of extra work or not. I think that's what is going to be important, isn't it?
Yes, true. And who is your role model? Like me, you are my role model. So who is your role model?
I'm definitely not a fit for a role model, definitely, but you're very kind to say that. And I have so many actually. If I really have to take one name, that's going to be Jonathan Lewis.
Yes, true. I also study his book.
I was very fortunate to meet him,
Okay.
in a particular, conference for 2 days. Yeah,
Okay.
I think for pretty much everyone who is a DBA who knows about the database seriously, I think the role model is Tom Kite or Jonathan Lewis. I would not want to, say that Tom Kite is not the role model. Definitely he is. I think pretty much for all of us,
Yes.
he is the role model. I had actually sent him a mail many years ago, Tom Kite, but that how can I be like you? And he actually very kindly replied back too. But if you really ask one person, Jonathan Lewis.
Okay. Yeah, guys. So anything else from your side?
Okay, Krishna is saying, can I have your email? Okay, so you guys, I think the best way to reach out is Twitter. So I will just write my Twitter ID in the chat.
Aman Sharma,
I'll just write it right. Yeah, just give a follow up, and I'll probably do the follow up. That's the easiest way to learn. I think you should be on Twitter. So if you can actually follow up over there, that's the easiest way to get
blog
me,
is
get in touch.
Arista DBA.
Yeah, I don't
Thank
really
you
write
so
over
much,
there
sir.
too much. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Be on the Twitter. We'll find you over there. If you're
Sure,
not on Twitter,
sure.
do make an account and be on the Twitter. There are so many good people over there.
Sure.
So now I'm concluding these sessions, and thank you very much for joining this session. And this is, I think, long back your interview live after so many years.
Of course, I think, yeah, after like almost close
So
to
if
1.5
If you
decades.
want to say something about anything, you can, and after that we can.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this opportunity to speak, and so good to at least meet with the people. I miss the conferences. We don't really go to the conferences too much now, but yeah, so good to see everyone. Thank you for all the kind words, and I'm sure we are going to see more ACE and ACE associates, and so actually very soon. And yeah, thanks Yaj for giving me the option to and chance to actually speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Ahmad sir. Thank you so much, Aman sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is my pleasure that I am starting my Ahmad Academy YouTube channel with your interview. So definitely I will upload this interview on my another YouTube channel, Ahmad Academy, which is planning to launch. So it is my honor that my role model is launching my channel.
The honor is all mine. The honor is all mine. But great wishes, best wishes to your channels, and I'm sure it's going to do great and wonders. And again, once again, thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for actually inviting me and giving me a chance to speak. And I hope I made some sense in my talks.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. We love the session because we passed 1 hour and we don't know because time passed very fast. So that is the beauty of your presence.
We will see that in the comments in your YouTube channel if someone actually is going to watch for the entire 1 hour, or they were going to say, "Oh my God, it's too much." So we don't know actually. Let's see if people are going to give. If it's going to be on YouTube, I would be really interested to see the comments. What people are going to say. I'm sure they're going to say something. It's too long actually. What you guys were doing on a Saturday? You were sitting and doing this recording. Why you were
No,
not doing
that's why
something?
that is the quality of your presence. 1 hour 30 minutes passed, and we are
Oh, it's
enjoying,
1 hour
and we are
30
not,
minutes. Oh my God. Okay.
yeah, and we are not feel bored. So, but now you have lots of work. So, thank you very much once again.
Thank you
And
so much.
today is the best day in my life that I am interacting you live,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully we soon meet personally.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
Bye bye,
Thanks a lot
and
to
enjoy.
everyone who have joined. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.